I got to keep moving my feet to keep going. In other words, okay, now my weight's here. I can go pretty fast this way. And there are techniques where you do this, like a butt drag where you want to keep your weight on your feet so you can keep pressure into the man. See that? That's a different type of hold. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to try and go right away. And I'll do it like this. If you teach a spin drill at all, I encourage you to do it this way. Here. Now, it'd be hard for me to spin. It's easy for me to spin, though, if I do this to the guy. Now, be a little strong. I'm going to hit you a little bit. I'm going to push here. See my feet come up? I'm pushing my weight by driving into him onto the man. Now, my feet will... I basically take all my weight off my feet. Okay? Now, I'll take a little outside step, and I'll do the same thing, and drive. Okay, and that allows me to go from here, okay, like with a front headlock situation, I want to spin, I'll throw my head high and push. See? I push my weight onto the guy. I feel sorry for you guys. You guys have been sitting on it a long time. Everybody's got to go. Alright. So I push my weight onto the guy. The arm on the head would come off, if it can. I'd spin. And I jam right here, under the arm. And the beauty of that is, on a spin drill, teaching a kid to do this, here, is all I have to do is get this far behind him. There's pressure down on his arm right here. If all I get's this far and I get his hip, lift your arm up. No, like you can stop me. He can't, he probably could. It's a lot harder. I only have to get this far and I can finish my spin. And the Brands kids, who are now famous, they'll just beat the guy down like this and jam their hand right here. Really, the takedown's pretty much over. Okay? So that's how I teach a spin drill. Here, push your weight onto the guy, shove him by with this hand, jam with this one. Right there, and right there. Okay? That's... The other beauty of doing that, jamming into the guy, is you're putting all your weight on him, okay? If my weight isn't on my feet, it's got to be somewhere. It's on him. And what guys do is they'll get here, and now to spin behind, and anyone that's coached any amount of time has seen this. To spin behind, they'll do this. They'll step, they'll take all their weight off the guy and spin, and the guy will bring his arm up. Right there. You'll even see guys jump into leg attacks and lose takedowns. They come here, they take all their weight off and spin. Okay? We want to do the opposite. We want to be jamming down hard and across with this arm, just as if you were standing on his feet and we were doing a slide. Right? Come on up. Or a drag. Arm drag from the knees, same sort of thing. Just like we're doing this. That's the kind of pressure I want. Down and across. Down and across. Okay, it's the same thing except he's on his knees. He's on his knees in front of me. I want pressure down and across. Here. Or if you're doing an arm drag, I want pressure down and across right here. Okay? Okay, now, it's an easy transition then to think about a front headlock spin behind. Which is here, you got your hands locked, his head's trapped in the middle of your chest. Your arms are short. Now this does several things. It stops the duck and it stops the drag. If the guy can't duck you and he can't drag you, that doesn't leave him much. Okay? Here. Now all I'm going to do is this. I'm going to crank down on that arm. See how my hand, they're so shallow. My elbows are so high, I can use my elbow to crank down on his arm right here. See that? I'm going to drive off this and do a simple spin drill. I throw his head to the side. I'm driving into him. I release, and I'm spinning. And that's pretty much my front headlock spin. It's right here. Right there. Or we'll do the same thing, but we'll do it a little bit different. Now that you've got the background info, they're all kind of the same. We're going to take it. We're going to crank down on the arm. Now he's going to grab my elbow for you. Not that hand. You're going to help. No, not that arm. Try right hand on my an elbow. Okay, right here. See how he's trying to pull my arm down? Now look at this. If my arm is like this, he can pull it down. Okay? If my arm is here, he can't pull it down because his neck's in the way. His neck's the problem. If he can take his neck off, then he can pull it down because it wouldn't be in the way. But he's stuck with that problem, so I leave it right here. I do that by putting my shoulder in the middle of the back here. Crank down and start spinning. Now see what I'm doing to him? I'm crossing him up. I'm crossing him up there. I'm cranking down on his arm. Basically just posting it on the mat. Put your hand on the mat. And now I'm walking him across, across, across. Boom. His head hits the mat, I spin. Spin behind. So grab, I'm here, I crank. I'm on my toes. Now watch, it's really hard to spin from here, so I push all my weight into him and spin. Now, I like what he did. You see how he still kept my elbow? Okay, I spun to here, he kept my elbow. You do not. If the guy's got your arm, you don't want both arms on the same side of the man. You don't want to be here particularly, or here, because he can spin this way. Come in with me. Keep coming. I got nothing to hold him. Okay? So if he's got my arm, and I spin, here. I won't even come any further behind than this. I'd like to catch an inside ankle here, or his leg. Okay? Or whatever. If you catch both of them, sorry. If you catch his leg, it makes it harder for him to fight it because it's uncomfortable. That grip on the leg hurts. Okay? Now I'm going to drive with my chest. I drive with my chest. And to free my arm, generally, on all stuff, 2-on-1, whatever. Hey, Brady. I use a jerking motion. I don't pull out real slow because he's able to predict the force. Okay, so I go to spin. He catches me. I use my chest. I drive into him. Lift up on whatever you have, whether that's an ankle or his leg. Lift up, drive in with your chest, and jerk your arm. Okay, and that just needs to be reaction. If I spun and he's got me, I'm not going to come here. I'll come right back here and attack. Near ankle's fine on this because you're going to bust him down. I mean far ankle. Far ankle's a little bit different than the waist. A lot different than the waist. And all your spin behind stuff, you really don't want to come to a deep waist. You just want to be at the hip. Okay, so that's kind of some front headlock stuff. I'll show you a little bit on other. You guys got your arm deep. Okay, and this is a practical situation to look at because this happens all the time. Okay, I basically have about 3 options. I can either pull my arm out, I can shuck him, or knee tap. That's pretty much the ones I know. Okay, there are probably others. Now, pull your arm out. What you do is I'll jam the guy. If I can't get my arm out, I'll surprise him by jamming him with my chest. I try and set his weight back. Sometimes I'll even fall over, amazing as it seems. Now he catches his weight. I'm going to come away from him. I fall back and I jerk. Here, and I try and get my arm shallow. So I'm here, I'll come here, jam, boom, right there. And if he holds on real tight, a lot of times I'll bounce his head on the mat. So I'm here, I jam, I'm here, boom. Okay, he keeps a good grip. Okay, he holds on, I jam him again. Okay, now my arm's shallow, I just do a spin behind here. Spin behind, pull my arm out. If I couldn't pull my arm out, I'd come here, drive, and get it out. Okay? That's 1. 2, I'm trying to get this arm out, and I can't. This guy's got the grip of a gorilla, and I just can't get my arm out. Okay? I'll do the spin behind anyway, like this. He squares up with me. I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to reach through, straight arm, and drive with my chest. Do a knee tap. Okay? Now, that brings up another point, and that is an arm drag. Okay? That's a good counter to a front headlock's an arm drag. He reaches across. Okay? And he does an arm drag. Okay? Now, in order for him to arm drag me, his head's got to fit through this hole. Right here. Okay, so the way I generally counter an arm drag is by keeping this hole closed. Right here. Either here, or in the case of where I let go and do a knee pick, I do it all with this one arm here. I pull the shoulder to my chest. Now he can have as good a grip as he wants on my arm. Go ahead and arm grab. Your other arm grab. Right. Yeah, there you go. Now drag. He's not going to try. There. See his head coming out? Now there's a chance he's going to score. Particularly on the tap, this happens when you tap to take him to his back, because guys naturally want to do this with a tap. Turn their shoulders. Okay? You don't want to do that, or you're going to make it possible for him to score. Okay, so you close that off, you tap, and now I don't turn my shoulders at all. In fact, what I do is I raise his upper body and drive. Right there. Okay? That's a knee tap. He's got my arm deep. Now, okay, that's fine. Grab with the other arm if you want. Okay, I'm spinning. Okay, I'll spin to set it up, get him to square up, pull this tight, and reach. Right there. Okay? You can do that. Now, the last is a shuck. Before I go any further with a shuck, I want to footnote this for you. Did Timmy do that monkey arm thing yesterday? Off the front headlock where he reaches deep? He did? Alright, remind me. On the shuck, you don't want to shuck if he's got two hands. What time is it? 10 after? Sorry. Okay, guys got two hands here. Do not shuck this. Do not do it. I spent some time crying on the mat once because I tried. I came here like this and he went, it hurt. So you don't, this is a shuck, by the way, when you do this thing here. Alright? If he has two hands on your arm, go ahead and do it again, what you just had. Here's what you do. Keep his head in the middle, reach down and peel one. Now he's got no hands on the mat. I'm on my feet. I'll step to spin. I'll stop. I throw my hip in my hand. My hand turns fist down. I hit with a hard elbow. This arm stays low and I attack. Okay, so here, I'm up. Right there. Okay. Now you can get a little extra snap on his head by turning your palm down and straightening your arm. And it's real important to stay on your feet. You really can't get much drive at all from your knees. So grab my arm deep. Now this is with two hands. We've already discussed. Now with one hand, to set it up, I'm just going to do a spin behind. Here. Okay, now he's going to not let me. Okay, now I'm going to let him catch up to me. See that? There's already a slight angle created. See? And then I'll just accelerate a little bit. I come here and catch his quick. Right there. Okay, right here. If I was on my knees, I'm not going to be on my knees at the time of the snap. I'll come here. You can even do this to set it up. Grab it. He pulls that hip away. Right there. You notice? When I snap, this hand always comes down. That does a couple things. One, it protects me from having this happen. Okay, now let go of my arm right now. Doing this and being wide open for a leg attack. Okay, that happens sometimes. You come here and the guy will go snap. He didn't bring his arm down and the guy will grab on a bad one. So I always do this. If it didn't work out, we'll at least be wrestling. But generally speaking, if he does hold on for long enough, I'll be behind his arm right here, and I'll have a takedown. Okay? From the feet. Okay, so we kind of got over a simple spin behind. I'll show you this from a front headlock. You can always just change off to this if you have trouble getting your arm pulled deep. Just hook both armpits right here. And now you look to post one side or the other and do a slide by or a drag to either side. Okay, and you don't get much trouble with that as long as you keep his head right here in the divot of your chest, not down by your stomach. That's the biggest problem people have. So it'll come from here to here. I don't have near as much ability to control it. Here, elbows back. Okay? Now, man's up on his feet. We're coming up. Let's do coming up. We'll work towards our feet, and I promise we'll be done in 5 minutes. Okay, here, guy starts coming up. Front headlock. Either side you can attack. Especially if he bunches himself like he is. Especially if he bunches himself like he is. He comes up either attack him right here. Yeah, bring that foot up here. Just hook. See the hook? Not a grab, a hook. I pull and drive with my chest right here. And you can cradle too if he stays balled up. Okay? Come up to tripod. We'll do the same thing here. If he's close enough that I can hook something with either front headlock or front body lock, now I always hook towards my high croc side because that's what it'll become if I screw it up. Anyway, so I'll hook right here. See how I drive my chest into the leg right there? I'm driving with my feet. Now what's the worst thing that's going to happen is he'll bring his head up and I'll have a high crotch and go. Okay? Come on up even higher. Of course, you know, you can snap him down. And you can drive him to bring him down. Here, you can go right to an ankle. Here, you can snap it down. Here, all those things. Okay? Now he comes up to his feet. His hands aren't on the mat. Okay, and that's when you're able to do this type of thing here. Okay, it's hard to really turn a guy when his hands are off the mat. So you're here, front headlock. His hands are coming off the mat. His hands are off the mat. I'm going to take my hand. I let go. I grab right on this armpit and I push sideways. And it's particularly good. This is my counter to the counter. Remember I told you when a guy's peeling your hand, you don't have much time. And I have less. Okay, if my hands aren't locked, he starts peeling my hand. If I wait at all, he's going to turn the corner on, 2-on-1, whatever, and my game's over. Okay? He's counting on this piece. Again, it's kind of like chess. He wants this piece. His whole game's pending on it. I take it out of play. Okay, he's not expecting that. Generally, a lot of times they're even lifting up. Okay, I'm here, he's trying to fight me, I let go. And I'm attacking his side right here. And my arm will just do like a big wheel, you know, just go boom, and I'm pushing him by, and I'm coming in for my attack. So I'm here, he's peeling, whack. Right there. That's a slide by. Okay, and I like this one too. You snap, and the guy starts peeling hands, he's fighting you, you just come right here. Now, I like Lego means. You kind of lift up a little, like, here you go. Here's what I'm doing. On this one, I'm looking for his near side ankle. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to throw his head up and away, drop and let go of his head. Right there. Okay, now I'm not a quick guy. So I like his foot close enough and weight on it, hoping that my slow old self can get down there and grab his foot before he can move it. Right there. Now I'm going to throw his head up and away, and I got his legs. Okay? And it's not dangerous. And you can learn it fast. I mean, I had guys, I showed them in one day, and they did it to me the same day. It's just a matter of seeing it. You're here, the guy's fighting, wham! You're in on the leg. The worst thing I've had happen to me is a guy sprawled and we had to scramble. I came here and I missed, and he sprawled and we had to scramble. Okay? You can go cross leg attack too for a fall. I'll just show you those real quick. You either come under the head or under the arm. The guy's trying to fight from going down, you come right here. Take it down. With his arms back to his side, you can use just his head. Right there, take it down. Or you can come to the other side like Vanny. Here. Little monkey arm. And that's just kind of exhibition. I don't really have time and I can't keep you here all day. Doggone. Any questions on and I'm free to, yeah.
You always get into that of their shot, you know, defensive and then take it.
I want to learn. Here? Oh no, this is even simpler.
Underhook.
Okay, inside tie or collar tie, either one. Here or here. All you do is this. So I call it a football carry. Just grab the back of the head, snap it down and under, and you grab it just like this. Right here. Right there. Now what I like to do here is I use my arms now. Talk to him over there. Talk to him. I like to use my hands like this here because I want to hold it real tight.
You take a chin?
I don't think I have the chin. No, I got the chin. I'm making it tight by doing this. I'm making it tight by doing this. I'm driving. driving my elbow into my hand. Okay, so I'm here, we're wrestling. Bam, right there. Okay, now right now I'm going into motion. I know I don't have much time. And Chris Campbell and some other guys would do this, but I don't encourage it because it's morally wrong. They'll grab their own arm real quick and just pull you down with it. Because they control your head. If you control the guy's head, you control him. Now they got a front headlock. Okay? And in fact, that's another counter to the counter. I wasn't going to show it because it's wrong, but you're here. You're here and the guy starts peeling your hand. Whatever, you just come in and lock on whatever's there. And right now you take a step and pull that head right down and in a circle. Whether you got a front headlock or just a headlock.
They haven't got anything to post with. Because they haven't got anything to post with.
Well, because you got a real good hold on their head. And you just drag them down. And what that even sets up, you go like this. Now look, I'm just locked on his head. Okay, I'm just explaining to you what some people might do. Okay, you're here like this, right? And the guy doesn't want to get dragged down, so he fights up. And back to that. That happens real fast. Just boom, boom. Like that. Now, where was it? Oh, snap it. Here. Okay, you do the same thing rather than here with just this motion. Here's an underhook. Cup the shoulder. See how that kind of drags him down a little bit? Just dragging the man down. Okay, all I have to do though, to snap a guy down, I don't have to get him on his head. To get a front headlock, all I have to do is get him about that low. Okay, and here's a key. You don't want to bring your arm up to get a guy's head. I don't ever really use this hand that much to get a headlock on any of these. You just want your arm to stay here again, and you just snap him to it. So I'm here, right there. See that? In fact, not only did my arm not come up, all it did was shove his head down to the center of my chest so he couldn't duck or drag. Here, underhook. Here's the setup. I go like high crotch. He brings his arm back. That's not an arm, that's a leg. He brings his leg back. Right there, front headlock, okay? And they work together. I'll come here and I'll go. And this is the only time, really, I reach with this hand to front headlock, is if I'm really not doing it. But everyone does it this way, so everyone identifies that. Front headlock, we'll go, ah, and whack him in the head and kind of give him a little pull. He lifts his head, we high crotch. So they work together real well, as does the inside tie. This is one of my favorite. Now, get in the stance so I can't shoot him. I call this the idiot principle. And basically, I know which of the guy's open for. He's either open for leg attack or snap down, and I fake whatever he's not open for, and most guys go for it. Okay, so I'm here, his legs are too far back, I fake an attack anyway, and I snap him right down. That time I used a wrist and an inside tie right here. See this? This is what snaps him, not this. He's here. I don't even need to fake, really. I'll just come here. Now watch the lead leg goes back, and my pressure all goes from my stomach to my arms, and I push down right here. See that? That helps. That's true on my underhook too. It's all right here. This lead leg always goes back, and I get pressure from my stomach. So that's from an inside tie, from an underhook, from an open tie, just doing the head. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Same thing, I want to
my positioning on the mat, I want to prevent this guy doing as many things to me on the bottom as possible. Okay? A lot of times, guys start like this, up here. It'll be flat like this, angled out like this, right here. And there's a lot of different ways they start. Well, it'll be four. One, I want to have my weight back off my hip. I want my ankles down. Ideally, I have my ankles down on the mat. Basically, I want my ankles, my toes touching my toes. Toes touching my toes. Right here. Elbows in, right here, in good position. Elbows in, right here, in good position. Okay? You got to realize what the guy on the back, on top of you, is going to want to do. Okay? Basically, he's going to want to jam me forward. Okay? Get my weight over put my weight on my hand. Just put his weight on my weight on my hands right here. Okay? Or he wants to chop me down, break me down. Okay? In this position right here, okay, I'm going to be able to push up. And I want to be able to move my knees. See this? I should be able to move my knees right here like this. Off my toe. Off my toe. If I have my ankles out like this, you can't move. I can't move my feet and come back up into it. Okay? My toes on the mat, which isn't bad. But, can I grab an ankle? Can I grab an ankle? My toes are on the mat. Where's my toes pushing? Pushing forward. Okay? It's going to be a lot easier if I got to jam me forward right there. Right here, my weight's coming back. My philosophy on the bottom, no matter what I'm doing, is I'm always going to go back into the guy. Okay? I'm always going to go back into the guy. Sitting out, standing up, doing a roll, setting up the roll, doing a switch, doing a hip hike, I'm always going back into the guy. The reason why, if you ever wrestle a guy, if you go to jam and comes back into you, it's real hard to ride a guy like that. Okay? If I go to move forward, I'm on top of it, all the guys are going to come up his knees, put his weight on my back, and I've got my weight right here up in here. Right up in here. My first move is always going to be to push back, push off my hands, push back into the guy. Right in here, from here. If I'm sitting down, I'm going to push back over my hip. Push back over my hip. Okay? I'm going to push back over my hip. Especially against a good guy and a good rider. You hear about the sit out, you're actually not like the leg, inside or outside leg stand up, we do both. Legs going to come out, and we get the forward right here. Head up. This leg out forward. Okay? So here, first part of the drill right here. Here. But by doing this, put my head up, it arches my back into the guy already. Arches my back into the guy already. And again, from here, I'm going to push him back. My feet are in position already right now to come up and turn. Okay? Right here. Feet are in position to come up and turn. Most guys, again, I'm talking about going back. All I'm going to do is this. This foot's going to push back from right here. Okay? From right here. Okay? And all you do from there, if I can get that control on that side, is the high leg hip hike. So I'm here, I'm going to slow up my hand can go in, here, push back. Right here. I want to be in this position. The feet are almost in a line right here. Okay? In a line. I'll point out wide. I do this way, but I'm right here. If I get this hand control, all I do is right here is hand, here, hip hike this leg through, turn through when I'm up. Okay? And I cut down a lot of things you guys do. One, I push up my hands up here. Most guys step this leg forward. Okay? Come forward, out of the way. Now guys, your weight's going to go forward. I can take you up, a lot more counters, you can lock. Plus my feet are now in a square stance right here. If I'm not ready to turn, I got to put this foot forward to turn. I'm not ready to turn, plus, I can step over here, lift me up. I can step over here, lift me up. I start pushing back here, suck me down, snap me down, come underneath my arm, pick me up. Okay? You're in this kind of a stance right here, a square stance. Right here, it's easy to ride. You can come to this side, lift you. I go to this side, lift you right here. Your weight's going forward. Here, you start pushing down. Here, getting down. Okay? I'm in this kind of stance right here. Here. The other thing, especially if you're up, the edge right here, there's a guy behind you, push you right out of bounds. Okay? They move you a lot more in a square stance on your feet. I'm going to be in a position right here. Now I've got hand control if I want. This position here, I can push. I'm actually pushing back off this foot into it. Okay? And this foot right here, keep trying to pull me back. push off my hand, scoop this out, and come here, or keep my elbow in, push back in with, right here, back the hand right here. Get my back in one right here, my pressure's into it, put the on the butt, turn down low. Take the hand to the mat. The reason I take the hand to the mat, we get a lot of you guys go like this, back in on it. Back in on it. Turn, you gotta turn down, low, low, low. Ideally, that's what you want. You want to turn, double what you got right to the butt. Just, that's intensity, that's having a good attitude. You gotta do that. Okay? Just similar to one. I turn here, come back in on the guy. Come back in on the guy. But again, I don't turn up here. Okay? When I turn, flick down. Flick down. Okay? So if I'm inside, or if I stand up outside, my hands in. Hands in. Hands in. Attack one hand. Attack one hand. Okay? Once you attack a hand, all I got to do is grab the fingers, I can grab the wrist. Right there. My hand like this, grab his wrist. The only way, because when he goes to push his hand this way, the only way to get his wrist really free here is to take it back. That's what I want. I want to take it back. If I got his fingers, I believe you got still fighting his wrist a little bit. You got his whole wrist here. You got his wrist control. Here, sure. And again, that's a lot of times you guys, you're gonna feel put him in this position. One leg forward, one leg back, right here. Get my back here's into it. My hips are out. If you let go of me, I can stand up on the power. A lot of times you guys like this, both feet are out. Okay, and you come back, snap down. Okay, so when I get to my feet, one foot forward. A lot of times what I'll do is I put this forward, just have it straight out. Turn it, my hip turns. Hip already turned, I'm up. Hip already turned, I'm up. Okay, any questions there? Come back up into it. Come back up into it. The reason I post my hands on the mat, so a guy can't suck me down, he can't chop me down. He can suck me back, chop me down. Okay, feet on top of me, get on this side, just push back into this way. Push back into this way. Here, come up. Here, come up. Ideally, if I'm with the ball, I want to knock him back off. Knock him back off. Then you can't ride me there. Okay, you can't really ride me there. The drill, get the guy on top of you. I'm going to push back off my hand and push over the leg. Come right to here. Okay, now when I sit out, I don't want to stay the same side. So a guy can chop me down this way right here. Okay, when I sit out, I change my weight. Usually if you start on this side, I want to sit to the other side, turn my hip down, post that hand on the mat. Keep my hand posted right here. Okay, keep my hand posted. And in a sit-up position, I really don't want to be up in here like this. Fighting the guy. If I fight here, I got this one arm down. The reason I keep my hands posted is so if he goes to suck me back, I can move. Move in. Move. I have to take my hands off the mat right here. Okay, that's where we end up. When I sit back, my hands stay posted. Posted. I push back. Push back. Push back. Push back. Come on. Come on back in. Okay. My hands stay posted until I feel like I come up. And again, when he's on push back, so over here. Here. A lot of times I'm posted here. He's not going to chop me down this side. He's on the position. Here. Straighten up. A lot of times attack that hand. Come on. Okay, come on. Or you can hip fight down there. A lot of times you can hip fight. Hip fights out sometimes. Some guys like to do that. I'd rather come up with my feet. I'm in this position. Another here. Come up with my feet. And throw them up. Again, I'm always throwing back into the guy the whole time. That's just another drill you can have you guys do. There, like sit out, position, here, post. This guy this up, here, get down, post. Come back up in there. Come back up. Come back up. Bring your legs underneath here. And again, my hands are posted on the mat though, so the guy doesn't suck back. After these guys don't sit out, they're afraid the guy sucking them back. Or the guy, that same position works. The guy's riding high on top of the spiral right here. Or, you start to get a tap. That's when you want to have a tap right here, I come back up in. I come back up in. Alright. Again, if he's riding you high, he's up top, you got weight up top, you get position, put your kid in this position, take that foot out, take your foot out here, hit through, put your hand, put your weight all the way to your side. Okay, all the way to your side. Here I'm square. Here I got my butt turned down, right here. Look back into the guy. I'm back that hand. Come on. Okay, come on. If you like, put this hand close on the mat. Right here. Turn your butt. Come up. Back down. Come up. Back down. Come up. Learn to come back up. You're pushing back up the whole time. You're coming back up underneath the whole time. You get out of the position where you sit. Get out. Get all the way through. Push back. Okay? Get out. Go all the way through. Push back. There we go. That's through, you know. It's still possible when you come up here. Feel it real fast. My hand is where it's close. A lot of times I put it through. You know, I really don't want to wait that long. Where you get it real big. I feel like you got to realize what the guy wants to do. If he sits back there, what some guys do, well, a lot of times you'll be pushing forward, you know, trying to get your weight forward, weight on the hands. When he gets this, I got to push back. I got to put my hip over his knee, and we get this foot out here, turn my ankle up. I'm trying to sit through. Sit through. You got to turn your ankle. Okay? My ankle's hooked like this. I got to turn it down here, sit it through. Sit it through. Okay? So I've got my ankle hooked here. Okay, I don't want to let my weight go forward here. I want to push off my hands. Push on and get this leg out here. Okay, now I just turn my ankle so it turns down. I push back on it, kind of creates a little gap there. Sit through. Again, I sit through. I sit to the other hip. I sit to the other hip. When I sit to the same hip, I just chop me down. Okay? I'm here. If I just sit through, you know, boom, that's where I'm at. You know, I sit through. This comes all the way down the mat. You got to push back over here. Come back. Just learn to clear ankles. It's the same philosophy. The guy does get my ankle. Here, same philosophy. Right here, same philosophy. Sitting back, pushing off my hands, grabbing the wrist. Coming up. You know, we just have that. The guy grabs the ankle right there. You know, I don't want the weight off the mat. You know, I don't want the weight up here. The weight does get up there. You got to sit it forward, back down. Get it forward, get it back down. Okay, but we just do an ankle drill here, sit back. You know, don't worry about grabbing the hand. Most guys will reach back, grab the hand. Don't worry about grabbing the hand. Push off your hands, post your ankle. Now grab it. Now grab it. Okay, do that. We have the guy hop right back to your side. Grab the ankle on your side. Again, push back over it. Take it out and come up. Like a hip vice. Just have to get some good drill for kids to feel it. Ankle. Hopping back and forth. Here, hop back. Here. Ankle drill. Guy hops here. Ankle drill. Here, or knee inside. Bring the knee inside. A lot of times here, trying to get a leg in. Grab the ankle. Throw it off. Put it on this side. Here. I take the ankle right here. Underneath. Grab it and throw it off. Or, you know, usually you're going to throw it off. I can't follow them. Here's the making. You know, I can't follow them. Sit through it. Sometimes it's easier for a guy to hang on. Usually when I throw it, clear it. Here. Let's sit through. Sit back through. One side. Here. Throw it off. Front of my base. Underneath up. Push back over in front of my base. You know, just here. Just push it down here like this. Knee up, push across. Tip across. Tip across here. Okay. Here, bring knee up the elbow, push across. Push across, come to here. In there. Okay, come back to my base. Another drill you can incorporate in practice just to teach kids how to get back up to their base. A lot of times kids get down here. And again, when they get down here, most times, you know, you got the kids in here like this, fingers together, palms down. Anytime you get your palms down the mat, usually that's where a guy's going to near rest you. If I stood up, I'll be in this position on my got the good near wrist, there isn't much of a counter. Okay? The idea is not to let him get there. So I got my hands up here. Here, scoop up my elbows. Scoop up those elbows. Come back up. Okay? Now space drill. Elbows out. Elbows out. Here. Here. Push back. Here. Push back. Push back. Okay? Any questions there? You get a guy in a mat, you won't know what to do. Most guys, they get a leg in, they're like a suction cup. You know, the guy has a leg like a suction cup. So when they dive to that mat, try to hug that mat, you know. They never get out like that. Okay, so we put our guys on the legs a lot during the year during practice. Just one guy starts the leg on, one guy try to get out. Okay, one guy try to get out. Basically, when a guy puts the leg in, whatever side he puts the leg in, you got to realize if you put the leg in on this side, I really want to watch this on this so the guy can't get a power half over here. This guy puts the leg in here, I'm going to bring this arm in automatically right here. Okay, this prevents the guy from getting a power half on me right here. This arm comes in. The other drill I'm going to do, a legger wants you in his lap. Okay, you got a leg, he wants you in his lap. So your idea on the bottom, I got to get out of his lap. All I do a lot of times is this drill I do right here, you do it here, you tip down, elbow in, I bring my hip back up. I'm going to hip down, my hip's going to come right back up. Right here. Here, I'm going to try to usually step over the top of him, put him on his hip, get out of his lap. He's over here, here. He's here. I don't want to let him get this right here. Okay, that's what I don't want to let him get. He's just going to, I can still get out, it just makes it a lot harder. Okay, so if he steps the leg in this arm, going to come in here. I'm trying to stop. Out of his lap. Up, out of his lap. My hip down. Again, arm stays in. Arm stays in. Again, I'm here. And again, really, I don't want to let him get here. That's why I was doing that drill before. There. If he gets here, though, again, push. I don't want to let him drive me over this way. Okay? I don't want to let him drive me over this way. That's why I get down this way. A lot of times I get this leg down, get this arm in. A lot of times he goes back, catch his hand, get down here. Get down here, and I post and come up. A lot of times bring up, try to spice over. Here, come over. Get out of his lap. Okay? Now I'm kicking my hip down. Hip goes down, back up. The other thing is I'm in a tight ball. I try to stay in as tight a ball as I can. I don't want to stay elongated like this. I'm here, tight, I come back up, hand pulse. I try to get to the other side, get my hips out of his lap. Okay? Here, I'm here, close right here, hips out of his lap. Right here. Hips out of his lap. You know, a lot of times you still got a dog fight in there. Okay? A lot of times push, get him over this one. Get out of his lap. Okay? Get out of the lap. Okay? That's what the guy does. You know? Good defense. You guys pull the leg here. You have to just make it tighter for him. Every time I hit the foot, when he gets here, I put him, I get the foot, I get the foot out. Foot out. Up on top, I put him in a danger position. Try to slide my hip up on his chest. Here, tight through. Tight through. If you get good and comfortable there, usually if he was riding, you should feel comfortable doing it. Hip down, up, out. I post so I can't roll me through. This hand, push down. A lot of times you get a reversal or escape. A lot of times you catch him on the back there. Okay, but again, it's just hip and down. Hip and down, coming up. Hip and down, coming up. Okay. Again, it's there. I'm here. Keep this arm in. See if I can't do it, I'll grab his hand right here. Okay, so he can't come. This lock right here is going to be tough. I can still do it, but this lock's up. A lot of times let's come to here. I'll just come to here. I'll close my hand, come to here, start working down. Start working my hips down. Here. You know, a lot of stuff to get out of the lap. There. If you still do it, you know, you got to really be good in there. So a lot of times keep that elbow in. Get the leg in, get out to the side, keep your elbow in. Elbow in. Okay? Here, elbow in. Get down. Right here, come on. Come up, close. Pulse, get here. again, you gotta put your guys there. Because this takes a while to learn, and they don't like that, so they have to be able to do something else there. Sometimes you have a guy try to stick the leg in, catch there. This one, when I come down, get it here, come on the back door, ankle, I get the ankle, or keep my elbows in. I keep my elbows in, he's trying to stick the leg in, that's where he's in. A lot of times stick the knee in here. There, go down. Throw it there, or you try to step over it, step over it, come down to it, pick it up. A lot of times you face there. Yeah. I want to get out of his lap. Okay, when you get out of his lap. Usually it's really pretty easy to get out of his grab right, because all you do is use his momentum. I just go with him. I'm going to push off, pulse one side, push off his knee, get out, hop out of his lap. Okay? Just a moment of motion drills you have your kids do. So if I was standing up, he just sucks me back. Here. Okay? Most guys will put belly down. All I would do is go with him. Usually he'll take you to one side, post up to that side, grab his lap, back into him. Okay? As soon as he does, I go with him. I don't try to play him down. Most guys, you feel you guys sucking on the back, they try to go forward. You go forward, you kind of just go against the guy's mouth, and you go basically you end up down the mat. Okay? You get on here, in a drill, he sucks me back, post. Post here, post out the foot. So I post that hand so I can't, if I don't post the hand, it'll just take me through. Okay, just take me through. Post the hand, push off. The opposite hand I post. I'm going to post the hand to the other side. Just take me this way. This hand can come all the way across the post. This other hand can push off his knee. Okay, again, I'm going to get out of his lap. Out of his lap. Here. Again, once I'm here, if I don't push back into him, hopefully he can bump back into me, drive me forward. Once I get my feet out there, once I'm here, I still got to push back into him. I get my back. Drive his lap. It's hard for kids to feel that. So get his arm. If you don't turn into the arm, you turn away from it. I'm here. See? You just follow. You guys just follow me. It's the same thing up on the feet. Your hip height is the same thing. Up on the feet. If you turn into me right there, you're fine. If you don't, you turn the other way. Follow you right around. So basically, usually he's got a deep waist on you. You're either hip height one way or the other. You want to hip height into the arm that's around the waist. It can be here all day.